Today I'm going to show you guys how to do the trending long form native ad copy that's taking over dropshipping. Me and my brother have done over $1.5 million in revenue in less than a year. We've just recently got into this method and we have seen some validation from another store. We have implemented it to our main store, which is mostly video ads, and we are seeing some great results so far. As you can see, yesterday we finished off with a 2.64 ROAS at almost $1,000 spent, which is awesome to see. And it barely even took me an hour to show Justin how to do this method. So I'm going to show you guys how to actually do this properly so that you don't fuck up midway and create some shit copy. So if you don't know what long form native ads are, this is an ad strategy that was created by Anthony Camacho, which I would say is the godfather of native long form ads. And these are the ads that you see on the ads library that look like this. They have the native images that just look like regular images. And then they have this extremely long text to go with it. It's usually a story which really resonates with the reader. It's really surprising that they actually read this, but Americans do. So I'm going to show you exactly how to do this, and the product that we're going to be doing is this toenail fungus eliminator. I showed it in my previous video for generating images, so go watch that if you haven't. Don't recommend you testing this product. I think after when I checked the stats, they didn't look too good, but it just fits all the properties that you would put in terms of a native ad. And for those that keep DMing me about what supplier me and my brother used, we've recently started working with Commercive. Very great people. They're US based, so you can actually have a normal conversation with them, unlike a lot of Chinese agents. See if they can provide you better quotes. And yes, this video is sponsored by Commercive. I'm not promoting something that I genuinely don't think could be beneficial, so check it out, see if it's beneficial to you. If it's not, simply just don't use it. But yeah, link is in my description if you want to check that out. All right, we're gonna get straight into it. The first step is that you need to pay attention, because any detail missed will lead to shit copy. Like I said earlier, yes, we're getting Claude to do pretty much everything, but all of this only works if you genuinely understand every detail and why it does what it does. So with that being said, I want you to go on this video, which I linked in my description below. This is Anthony Camacho's video regarding on how to do this process. This is a video where I personally learned from. In this video, it's pretty much just Anthony Camacho, who I referred to earlier as the godfather of this method. He's just going to show you how to do this pretty much from scratch to the end. This is where I learned how to do it, but I'm obviously going to kind of skim it down and make it a bit easy to learn for you. So if you want to know more about this method, I highly recommend his channel. He knows pretty much everything about it. So what we're going to do is actually click this pain diving AI prompt. So when you're in this prompt, you'll see a bunch of different prompts to use. We're just going to be going up until prompt number 6, but every prompt that you input, you need to truly understand what you're trying to get the AI to do with that prompt. This is the only way you'll actually get good copy out of it, because if you genuinely understand what it's supposed to output, then you can correct its mistakes and gear it towards the right path consistently, leading to good copy. With that being said, the first step is actually to teach ChatGPT everything regarding your product and your customer audience. So what I'm going to do is copy this prompt. I'm going to paste it into ChatGPT. So as you can see here, it's talking about doing research on barefoot shoes as the example. This is my #1 competitor, and so it's obviously telling you to implement the competitor. And you can see right here, insert link to competitor URL, insert demographic screenshot from SimilarWeb. So the method does include getting a screenshot from SimilarWeb and putting the competitor URL, but I realized that you don't actually need to do this. You don't have to follow it exactly like this. So what I actually do is first erase up to I am doing research, and then I'm going to put in I'm doing, which is toe fungus, the product I am researching is eliminating it. Here is the competitor's link. So you add the link. And then what I realized is you don't have to add a screenshot of the SimilarWeb demographic. You can just tell it your demographic. And what I realized is that you actually don't need a SimilarWeb demographic image. You can just tell it the demographic, which is fairly easily identifiable if you know anything about your product, which you should now. So I'm just going to put the audience demographic. I'm just going to type in audience demographic are males 55 plus with toe issues, specifically the nails due to work throughout the years and wearing shoes. But yeah, and the last thing I'm going to do is change 20 public discussions to 30, and then you're going to make sure that it is in web search mode, and then you're good to go for the first prompt. So you're probably asking me, what the fuck does this prompt do? This prompt is literally gathering just a bunch of Reddit quotes and a bunch of Reddit discussions about the actual desires and kind of like what the customer audience talks about in terms of their pain points and what they would want solved. For example, a pain point number 8 here, it says a common emotional theme was shame and isolation, avoiding beach outings, pools, or any situation where feet could be seen. And if we actually click on the link here, it takes us straight to the Reddit page, which then actually shows us like a real life example, which is a great resource for you to kind of learn more about your customer avatar. So what we're going to do now is copy and paste prompt 2. Prompt 2 is literally just going to get ChatGPT to analyze what it gave you before, which is the Reddit links, and they're going to understand more deeper and ChatGPT is basically going to understand in a much deeper way about the customer avatar, their pain points, and all of the above. So I'm going to paste it here, and instead of saying here are 20 URLs to public discussion forums, I'm going to say using the 30 URL posts that you gave me, and then continue on. And then make sure you take off the search mode and then just submit. So I just realized that ChatGPT only generated me 10. So when I said 30 here, it is going through 30 more online. Another thing about this prompt is that you're telling ChatGPT that its output is going directly into another chat, which is going to be Claude. And this is where we take everything that we talked about in this conversation and train it so that Claude knows. Anthony Camacho does it this way because I'm not sure if it's like that now, but Claude couldn't pull links and forums like ChatGPT could. And personally, I use ChatGPT more for online web searching because I think it does a better job than Claude. Taking a while to load, but while it loads, I'm gonna get a prompt ready where I'm pretty much just gonna tell ChatGPT to make me a doc where I can feed to Claude and it will understand everything that we talked about in our conversation. So what I put here was, please generate me text where I can feed Claude a copy and paste of our entire conversation. The goal is for you to provide Claude everything it needs to know. Now that we're done with that, the next step, like I mentioned before, we're just gonna get Claude updated with our conversation with ChatGPT. And this is pretty much it. From this point on, we're just going to follow his prompts. And yeah, so I said, please generate me a text where I can feed Claude a copy and paste of our entire conversation. The goal is to provide Claude everything it needs to know so that so that it can know as much as you do regarding what was talked about here. So yeah, let's let that go. So yeah, I'm literally going to copy the entire conversation, like including my stuff. We're going to paste it right into Claude, make sure it's on Opus 4.5, that's what I use. And we're pretty much just going to tell Claude to read over everything that I just provided it and to catch up with our conversation so that it understands everything that me and ChatGPT talked about. So yeah, I just put here, I pasted my entire conversation with Chat. I want you to analyze everything so you're caught up to date. The point of this is so that you understand everything so I can continue off with the same topic with you instead of ChatGPT. You're just telling it basically to catch up with everything that you just talked about. So while Claude's catching up, I'm gonna copy this, place it into the prompt, and then I'm also going to click this doc right here. I'm gonna copy this. I don't know why he didn't just put this in with the other prompt, but I'm gonna put it in the same prompt. This prompt is literally just training Claude to do some RNBC method, which is just some marketing method. It's just getting it to think and produce stuff in a way that is geared towards the marketing that we want. So yeah, once again, we're just gonna paste this and Claude is literally just gonna learn from it. While Claude is learning that, I'm gonna copy prompt number 4 and let's paste it in, get it ready. This prompt is literally just creating a customer avatar profile. As you can see right here, create a customer avatar profile. It's just really getting really deep into the customer persona and the type of people that they are. In this way, there's no stones left unturned. You know everything down to their hopes and dreams, their victories and failures, all of that. So while Claude is generating that, I'm going to copy prompt 5 now and paste it in Claude. This is where you want to actually pay attention because Claude can still give you really shit desires that you need to kind of fix up and get Claude on the right track to kind of help you out a little better. So as you can see, the desires, there's a lot of ones that look pretty good, but there's some that just kind of are overcomplicated. And this is exactly what Camacho says. And this is where you actually need to implement your own ideas and your own dropshipping eye to make sure the desires end up perfect, because this is right before we end up getting the long form copy. For example, I want to stop feeling gross, old, and broken. I want to feel like myself again. That's not exactly a distinct desire that we're looking for. It's more broad, and realistically, are people really just feeling old, gross, and broken? Like, a lot of those things don't really relate to our fungus problem. So what I'm going to do is say these desires need to speak more as to what a person wants out of the product, make it more distinct desires with no and clauses. So we're just going to make it more simple and more distinct. So after you get the proper desires, look at which ones actually look good. For example, I want normal looking toenails and I want to wear sandals again. Those are pretty much the same thing. The individual just wants better looking toes. I would literally just, if I were to do these two desires, instead of just saying either of these two, I would tell Claude to generate me a long form copy based off the fact that the person's insecure of their toes and wants normal looking toenails. So I guess in a way I would just target desire 1 compared to doing desire 2, but this is where you kind of need to put your thinking caps on and actually understand what you should use and what you should ignore. I'm just going to tell it to replace 1 and 2 and make it more about being embarrassed socially, which is pretty much what it's already about. So let's get something that's more direct about it. But yeah, that's just more of the harder part in terms of this prompt stuff. It's kind of understanding the desires and changing it up so it matches more towards your customer avatar, because once again, AI can't do everything in terms of thinking marketing for you. You need to actually be able to step in and do your own things. So with that being said, let's create our ad copy. So you're just going to copy and paste entirety of prompt 6. And let's do the desire of wanting to finally be done treating this. So I'm just going to put desire number 3. What I like to do is actually do 1400 to 1700 words. I find that the copy is a bit better that way. And yeah, that's it. You're just going to post now. Now, all these copies kind of follow the same narrative. Mention their issues, show them what they've tried in terms of solutions, show that there's absolutely no solutions until they obsessively look for a solution, which leads to the solution, which is your product. And then it's going to explain how the solution actually works and kind of just reiterate the product's benefits, and just does a very good job of slowly hooking the reader and dragging them through a text funnel that leads them to be a warmer buyer. So for some reason, Claude generated desire number 2 instead of 3 when I specifically told it to do desire 3, but that's totally fine. I would have probably done 2 anyways if I was selling this product. So we're just going to go off of that. So yeah, just skimming over this. Realistically, when you get these, you should read every sentence and make sure it's perfect. I know it's long, but you just gotta fucking read it. You want to make sure it actually makes money, right? So just fucking read it, bro. So pasting it onto a Google Doc, this is where you'll paste it directly onto Meta Ads. But yeah, read over this in depth and make some changes that you think would make it better. Obviously, don't go changing too much, but little things that you know that you could genuinely improve on. For example, right here, the big toe on my right foot, that's where it all started. A little yellow at the corner. I figured it would go away on its own. A little yellow at the corner that oozed a small amount of pus. You know, just simple shit like that. All right, so alongside the hook that you get from the prompt, I also created 4 more hooks, since Meta Ads is going to give you 4 extra sections to put more copy. I like to use the same body and just put a different hook, and Meta will choose the best one to present to them. But yeah, this is how we do long form native ads. It's kind of a complicated process, but once you do it a couple times and you get exactly what you want out of it, you kind of get an understanding so that you can just pump out a bunch of these really fast. I know I said that I'm going to show you guys how to actually generate native ad photos, but that's going to be a bit delayed because I want to create this, and I'm also really fucking busy with ecom, so I will get to that in a bit. I just want to say thank you guys for all the support recently. Thank you guys for showing all sorts of love on Discord and on Instagram. So yeah, follow me on Instagram. I have the links in my description below, and you can also join my brother and I's Discord. Like and subscribe if you learned anything from this, and yeah.